Welcome to another installment of Black Issues. You know the deal. I'm your host, Kanani Eye Holder, live from my living room production. I am here as your anti-racist personal trainer. Say it with me, knock out racism. Of course, I had no idea what channel the goddamn NFL is on. I was like, oh. I got all ready, made a flyer, social media posts, didn't know what channel this foolishness even comes on. But I have my friends here. I have my horse named Racism. He's gonna win. He's gonna win the Kentucky Derby. I have quite a few friends that are gonna log on, so just waiting for them to log on. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, let's get started. So the hype is on, the thrill is on. You got statistics. You got some things. So it's in the black rounds. I'm gonna turn it down because their kickoff does not start until 8:20. So let's have a conversation. Tell me who you are. Tell me where you're watching from. Are you gonna boycott the NFL? Are you gonna watch the NFL? My iPad is loading up with images and things like that. Tell me who you are. Tell me where you're watching. Any questions for me? So I'm gonna load up some images that we can talk about. Up until, hey, Jamie, love you, Black, for watching and tuning into another installment of Black Issues. The Black to sports, Black to work, Black to school, Black to normal, BLEDITION of Black Issues. Are we ready? Are we ready for some football? Are we ready for some more racism? Are we ready for the woke washing? Woke washing is when institutions and individuals act like they care about social justice issues when they really only want your money, your vote, or in the case of the NFL, they want you to watch again. Black to watching sports, right? They got their black commentators, the ones that don't have the disease that they get when they're banged around in their head too often, whatever it is. Apparently these guys don't have it yet. Hopefully they will never have it, but it's a thing. So thank you all for watching and tuning into Black Issues. I have never watched the NFL. It's so true. It is so, it's a thing. I didn't even know what channel the shit was on. I was like, that's why I was late. I was like, oh God, I hyped this up and told everybody to watch. And I was like, what channel is this shit on? I was like, I don't even know. I don't know. I was like, turn on the TV. And I was like, what channel? So apparently the NFL's on every goddamn channel. It's on ABC, it's on ESPN, it's on NBC, it's on CBS. Like, it's just like a whole, like, monopolizing our fucking attention. So love you all, Black, for watching and tuning in to Black Issues. I'm just going to put my question here. Are you going to boycott the NFL? Are you boycotting? Okay. The NFL. So start to comment. What are your thoughts? Don't be scared, right? It's too late in 2020 to be scared of anything at this point. We can speak our full mind, right? So what are your thoughts? Are you going to boycott the NFL? Do you think it'll make a difference? Do you think that the NFL is doing better? Do you think that is progress, that the NFL is doing better? Do you think that they don't care and they just want us to watch? Don't you love my set here? America the beautiful. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. And so love you, Jamie. Love you, Hannah. Love you all for watching and tuning in. Boom. Are you boycotting the NFL? That is the fundamental question of the evening. Tell me what you think. All right. So let me go back to comments here. I have my whole little mainframe. So I did a lot of research today. How many of you know, by show of hands, me, how many did you know that the NFL did not pay taxes? So the NFL has two divisions, right? It has the NFL is the big league, right? And it has franchises, right? And the franchise teams pay a fee to the NFL, right? So the teams make millions and billions of dollars, right? However, the corporate arm, those who are not on the fucking field at all, that is the corporate offices. So the NFL corporate offices have never paid taxes. They did not pay taxes until 2015. And the only reason why Clarissa, we have Hannah, we have Jamie. Tell me all where you all are watching from. Tell me why you are not going to boycott the NFL. So like I was saying, did a lot of research today. And so the NFL corporate arm does not pay taxes. The only reason why they started to pay taxes in 2015 is because, lo and behold, people started to research, like, wait a minute, y'all don't pay taxes. And Roger Goodell at the time, who was the CEO of the NFL, was making $44 million a year. So there's some tax fucking loophole that the NFL had filed for when they first started, that they were a trade organization. And so as a trade organization, so like the Got Milk campaign is also a trade organization. So the NFL wanted to classify themselves as a trade organization. They were like, look, we don't have to pay taxes. So people found that out and like, what the fuck? Like, so you run a nonprofit, but you're the CEO and you make $44 million. And so there was a large campaign to out the NFL. And so Roger Goodell was like, all right, fine, whatever, you know, and it was actually Republican. It was some Republican senators that actually passed the bill to ban the NFL. So the NFL had an actual tax exempt category, not just status, category. It was like trade organizations, churches, you know, actual nonprofits, and the NFL. Like I can show you all of this. I have it all in my laptop. So the NFL did that. And the only reason why they were like, all right, fine, we'll pay taxes is because now when you're a nonprofit, you have to disclose how much the CEO earns. But because the NFL is not a nonprofit anymore, we don't even know how much Roger Goodell gets paid anymore. So, you know, when we're thinking about Black to work, Black to school, Black to normal, I was talking about before your highest leveraged value asset, right? Value add, right? So, you know, I can't stand the Black Lives Matter. I can't stand the term Black Lives Matter. I think it's the stupidest thing. And a lot of you who are on the feed, I've had personal conversations with you about it. And again, I have nothing to hide, so I'll say the shit in front of everybody, you know? So Coins, Colin is not in it. Yeah, he's not in it. And I'll talk about that too, Clarissa. So thank you for commenting about that. Nabby, and then I'll talk about the highest leverage assets. So let me just get to the comments. Love you all, Black, for watching and tuning in. Black issues, Black to sports, BLEDITION of Black issues. Are we ready to go Black to work, Black to school, Black to sports, and Black, and unfortunately, Black to normal? Should the NFL, the NBA, should the Black players or any player that actually has a fucking moral compass, should they strike? Should we boycott? That is the fundamental question. Ironically, I know I'm a hypocrite because I'm watching the NFL asking if other people are going to boycott the NFL. Listen, it is what it is, right? Okay. So, although I wish I had done more, I'm not boycotting per se, mostly because I don't see it as a true means to an end, but I feel we should continue to apply pressure for them to do more. Nabby, love you. So if you can explain why you don't think, boycotting in this instance for the NFL is gonna do anything. Just curious. Again, Black issues, entertain, engage, inform, and inspire. Always having conversations which are uplifting and enlightening and respect. Always grounded in respect. So thank you so much, Nabby. Just let me know why you think that. And we have Hannah, of course, who's never watched the NFL. And there's tons of people who like only watch the NFL for like the Super Bowl. They're like, what is this? Like, again, I didn't even know what channel the shit was on. So I'm just trying to take off my braces because I realized that they make a lot of noise. So what I had proposed when I do my Facebook Live videos, I said, listen, the Black Lives Matter movement, I don't like it. I hate the term. It's stupid. It never resonated with me. I get the concept, which is we don't matter. So you say that we matter to highlight the fact that we don't matter. I get it. But matter and value is two different things. Thank you, Paul. Matter and value is two different things, right? So last night, I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and he and I were standing in front of not the brownstone that I live in, but the brownstone next door, right? And I said, it matters to me that I'm standing in front of my neighbor's front door instead of my own front door, but I don't value the relationship with my neighbor enough to say, oh, I'm gonna move here, because I don't think that she's really gonna like call the cops on me for standing in front of her building. So there's a difference between value and mattering. Mattering is like, okay, it's still an option. It's still up for negotiation. When you value something, it causes an action. It causes you to do something, right? So I don't like Black Lives Matter. I think it's stupid. Like I hate the term. I hate it, right? So because really what it is value. That's really actually what is happening, right? So Black lives aren't valued. That's what it is. They're not valued. Never mind matter, they're not valued. But there is an aspect of your Black life that is valued. So the question then becomes, what do you do with that aspect of you that is valued, right? So you're Black, right? And you're an NFL player. They value you because you're on the field and you're running and you're tackling and you're catching, right? They value you. They value your Black life because you're a football player. But if you're not, but if you're just walking down the street randomly, right, and you don't look like a football player outside of the fact that you're big and muscular or whatever, they don't value you. You're just another Black person that they can shoot and kill, right? There's been tons of incidents where NFL, Henry Louis Gates for that matter, you know, when you're Black, but you're not who they think you are in that moment, all of a sudden, boom, they call the cops on you, boom, they shoot you, boom, whatever it is that they're going to do to you because they don't value you. So what I'm saying is that that's it. We live in a capitalistic society where money, cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Right? So I forgot to do all my like crazy introductions, but y'all are still with me. So what I'm saying is we have to withhold the one thing that society does value in order to get society to value us fully. That's what I'm saying, right? So you're Black, they don't value you for your Blackness, but they value you because of football. Well, then don't play football. You're Black, they don't value you, but they value you because you bounce a basketball. Well, don't play basketball. So that's my theory. We can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like being a parent and you talk tough to your kid. You're like, yo, I'm not getting you anything for Christmas. I'm not getting anything for your birthday unless you like clean up your room and you get those grades up. And then report card time comes, the kid gets all C's or D's, and you still get them the newest sneaker. You still get them the latest North Face or whatever. That's what Black people are doing. That's what we're constantly doing with the system. So we're teaching the system that our entrees into activism and that it's cute. It's cute, and so they value it for a while. It's cute. It'll be on the cover. Like, again, Black Issues. I've been doing this for 2 years. Black Issues was a satire on the magazine industry lack of diversity, and it was about if Vanity Fair had a Black issue, it would be called the Black issue. Hence, Black Issues magazine is about each issue of the Black issue magazine is about a different Black issue. And now what do you see? Oh, every fucking magazine has a Black issue. Vanity Fair has a Black issue now, edited by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Time Magazine has a Black issue now, edited by Pharrell. Oprah's gonna come out with her Black version of Oprah magazine. Exactly. So they don't value you, and then they do value. So then even your activism becomes a commodity. It is then valued for the time that it's valued, and then they're like, all right, we're done with that because white people control the narrative. So when they're done with you, that's why they're doing these stupid fucking polls. Well, do you support the Black Lives Matter movement? What the hell is support of the Black? What is it to support the Black Lives Matter movement anyway? What is it? You know, you're talking about the Black Lives Matter movement as if it's like a hockey puck just being slid across the ice. Well, you know, it's over here. No, it's over there now. Oh, no. Right? So whether you support it or not, the issues that have caused the Black Lives Matter movement to become an actual movement have not been remedied, but you're polling whether you support the movement or not. Bullshit. You don't poll the Jews and say, oh, you know, do you support the Anti-Defamation League? I've never seen that. Never seen it. I don't see that. And whenever you poll, if people perceive it to be if society is anti-Semitic, you only poll the Jews. You don't poll everybody and ask everybody is it anti-Semitic. But all of a sudden, because it's Black people, you want to poll everybody but me. I'm 40 years old. I have yet to get any of these goddamn fucking polls. No polls. But every time you hear every day, oh, the polls are up for Black Lives Matter. Oh, now the polls are down. Now it's 48%. It's split. 48% support and 48% don't support. Now, what the fuck does it mean to support? I have no idea. Now, mind you, The issues are still happening, right? The issues that have caused the movement to become a movement still happening, but you're polling whether you support it. So basically, again, it's tangent. It's conditional. You know, it's cute now, but if they act up too much, or they, you know, are too loud, or like don't go to bed early at night, you know, we're not going to support it anymore. So listen to the language that is being used when discussing the the so-called Black Lives Matter movement. So no, I'm fully for boycotting. So that was me up on my high horse. This is my horse named Racism, and he's gonna win the Kentucky Derby. That was me up on my high horse, and now I'm gonna stop. So for some reason, I'm going to don't stop watching. Love you all, Black, for watching and tuning into Black Issues. Literally trying to make sense of an insane world, one issue at a time. I'm gonna get to Scott's comment, and I'm gonna try. I don't know. Maybe I need to clean my camera. I apologize. 3, 2, 1. All right. Boom. And we're Black. Oh, look, every voice insane. It's happening. I'm gonna get to your comments. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all can hear? It's loud enough? I get to your comments. Boycott, tired of being looked. What does boycotting look like for your average person or professional? We're going to talk about it. Yes. Thank you, Nadia. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And they apparently they have a monopoly on singing the Star Spangled Banner. They did it for the Super Bowl in Atlanta as well. Hallie and Chloe, who look like little sex dolls. No comments. I have to get my African American flag. Give me a second. I have some special surprises for you all. Free and the home. Here we go. I have mugs for sale, by the way. Black egg. Drink up, guys. Drink up. Drink up, blowers and blimfluencers. Woo! Is the NFL just making money? Is this a calculated move? So I think. So they did stand for the anthem. They didn't even come out of the locker room for the anthem. They're booing. So all of this, instead of getting our freedom, all of this is now for consumption. Do they stand for the anthem? Do they not stand for the anthem? Listen. Hey, Leah.
The Chiefs lined up at the goal line. I think you saw some of that during our pregame show.
So all of this is for consumption.
Before standing for the anthem, Bill O'Brien out onto the field, seventh year, and there is, I guess, the new face of the National Football League. We've got a few good ones, but he may be on the top of the list right now.
So all of this becomes like a sideshow.
Super Bowl MVP.
Patrick Mahomes is getting $503 million for a 10-year contract, by the way. Talk about blackulate that. Okay? If you're going to make a calculation, blackulate that.
We're expecting now the teams to...
Hey, my blood, I've been thinking about you. I'm sending everybody love.
Will be what they are calling a moment of unity.
Oh, a moment of unity instead of a moment of silence. All this performative shit. So keep commenting. I'm gonna get to your comments in a second and mute the goddamn TV. Keep commenting your thoughts on all of this. They're having moments of silence. They're singing the Black National Anthem.
Sooner than later, we will get the.
They have end racism in the end zone.
Yeah, let's hope.
Get it? End racism in the end zone.
The fight for social justice.
The fight for social justice.
Long
way from over.
We haven't even started the legal battles or the political process yet, and
yeah.
the frustration is going to continue to grow. But
yeah.
from many of the players that we talked with, including Patrick Mahomes, his message was simple, that tonight he wanted everybody to feel loved. Tyrann Mathieu expressed that he wanted what they did tonight to send out a feeling of positivity.
Positivity.
So that's
Whoa.
the message from those guys.
You ever hear that when it comes to anti-Semitism, positivity, and love? You ever hear that? Okay.
But now let's rejoin the public address announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please
join us in a moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
Dedicated to the ongoing fight for equality in our country.
Shh, everyone. Shh. My pig is here. The pig is silent. Push up my glasses. Yeah, they keep sliding. Thank you, Megan. I'm hot.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a loud ass non-moment of silence. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the pigskin. Okay.
So that moment of unity.
That moment of unity.
Yeah.
Woo!
I spoke with Texans Executive Vice President of Football Operations, Jack Easterby, about the team's decision to stay in the locker room for both Lift Every Voice and the National Anthem. And he told me the players made that decision so there would be no misinterpretation of them celebrating one song or throwing shade on the other. He said the demonstration is, quote, not about black or white, it's about change. Meanwhile, Chiefs president Mark Donovan told me the moment of unity
Y'all hear the shit?
was an idea agreed upon by Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson on behalf of their teams. Donovan said all the players want to project unity. It was the players who came up with the 7 phrases that appeared on the scoreboard during that moment. Now, Roger Goodell told us earlier, we respect the players and support their extraordinary efforts to effect positive and sustainable change. And Al, that is evidenced by the fact that the league allowed these two teams to use this platform.
You heard that? The league allowed. So we know, the players control the narrative.
And after the last few weeks, we know so many of the players in the league. It boils down to unity and equality.
Unity and equality.
Alec, I'm going to do my job here tonight. I'm going to announce this football game. But I feel like I have to start off by saying I stand behind these players 100%.
You stand behind the players.
What they're trying to do is create positive change in this
Positive
country
change.
that frankly is long, long overdue. So let's just get that out of the way and go call a football game.
Get that out of the way and go call the football game. Yeah, you heard.
The Chiefs won the toss and they have elected
It's ridiculous.
defer. So Houston's going to get the ball. That means we're going to see Watson.
Oh, and that was that, everyone. So I can just mute the TV because now they're going to snap the ball. And that was that. Like, we support them. Go do that kneeling thing, that in the locker thing. You know, we had 16,
17,000, somewhere in that area. And they're all spaced apart. And they're all supposed to be wearing their masks except when eating or drinking. Because the edict that came down. And off we go.
That's it. 2020 NFL season. Woo! All right, so I'm muted so that we can have an actual conversation. Great. So, yeah, I was getting a text message. So let me start to address love you all for watching and tuning into Black Issues. I'm the anti-racist personal trainer here to encourage everyone to knock out racism. And they have the racism in the end zone, whatever the hell that means. So I see that some of you even know each other. So I love that. All of you are amazing bleniuses and blexperts here on the episode of Black Issues. That is the Black to Sports BLEDITION. So let's get to all of that. So Jamie has said, what's BLM support have to do with the issue? Which issue are you talking about, Jamie? Or you're asking me, or you're just asking rhetorically? I'm not even sure, because that was maybe I don't know, 10 minutes ago. But you know, this is just the way that they poll and the way that they frame Black issues in this like tangential, like get it over and done with kind of way versus like actually tackle it, right? There's no fucking daily press conference to flatten the curve of racism like there's daily press conferences to flatten the curve of coronavirus. Boom. That's how you know what the priorities are. The priorities are never to actually as quickly as possible eradicate racism. It's not even a thing. It's not even on the table. I need to remove all of my bracelets. So that I know now. Megan says I need to pull up my glasses. Haha. And then thing number 2 is my bracelets are loud. So I will take them down. Thank you all for watching and tuning in to Black Issues. Keep commenting, liking, and sharing while I take off my bracelets. And nope, not that. No. One more. Thank you all for your patience. But y'all can comment and look at this $1 billion, new slave showcase on TV right now. All right, great. So Scott says, boycott, tired of being labeled a racist for no reason. Sports are an escape from politics and other BS. Boom. So thank you for that, Scott. So you think sports are a distraction and we need to just stay focused on the issues in this country and once and for all, pull up our pants and get on with it, right? I think so too. I think that all of this is ridiculous. Like, I think so, personally. What does boycotting look like for your average person professional? Well, that's true. So I think that obviously we are in a situation where unfortunately Black and brown people are the least able, economically speaking, to be able to boycott because of systemic racism and there's no intergenerational wealth that has been accrued. So how, far be it from us to be the ones to sit there and boycott. But if you look at the difference between boycotting and what's going on in Rochester and everywhere else right now, where people are subjecting themselves to tear gas, rubber bullets, and God knows what else, like, I think it's still, there's still a price to be paid, unfortunately, for Black people. But I think that, again, my 3-point strategy is boycott, strike, and loot. So that I think is the way, and it's all economic. America only reckons when it's economic. When it was looting happening, that's when they're like, oh shoot, remember in June when it was tons of looting, and then they were quick to be like, we're gonna abolish the police, right? So the looting works. I'm tired of Black and brown people, screaming at the top of their lungs that they're peacefully protesting. To prove what point, I have no idea. You never hear peaceful police. You never hear that. So why is it that I have to be the one? I'm tired of it. It falls into the trap of the whites controlling the narrative. We are trying to defy that stereotype. No, I'm not violent. No, I'm not lawless. No, I don't steal. Look, I'm a peaceful protester. What the fuck ever? Let's not forget that this is the same country that waterboarded. Remember? Let's not forget that this is the country that went and tortured people, right, overseas during the the axis of evil to fight terrorism. Let's not forget Agent Orange. Find me a time when America has solved a conflict peacefully. America doesn't do that. So I don't understand why America gets to do what it does. I don't understand why the cops get to do what they do. Corrections officers get to do what they do. Everybody else is being violent. Everybody else is being violent and corrupt and horrible. But here we go over here with the blacks each and every fucking generation. You be peaceful. We're peaceful. We're peaceful. Listen, it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. I own everything that comes out of my mouth, just so that you all know, and y'all can let's have a conversation. I have banned the NFL since Kaepernick took a knee. I'm not down anymore. Yeah. It is. I still need to do some more research. I'm in the middle of writing my blog about the NFL. So one thing, like I had said before, is that the NFL does not pay taxes. The corporate arm, I'm talking the corporate office arm, didn't pay taxes, and they just now started paying taxes in 2015. So it's just like, what the fuck? So again, we in this country, we love heroes, we love a spectacle, but it's like, at what cost? At what ultimate cost? Same thing with Facebook, right? Like, we love it, but it's like, there's a price to pay for us being on this thing that has us connected, right? There's always, in capitalism, there's always a price. There's always a sucker. There's always somebody being exploited, right? So we just got to think about, like, what does that look like? You know, so yeah, if people really did stop watching, especially if fucking the football players stopped fucking playing. I just heard this this woman, she wrote a book, she was on NPR today, and she wrote a book about her father and how her father ended up getting whatever the CT, whatever the thing that the football players get because their head has been banged all the time. And she said she remembers that, you know, when he was younger, you know, and her brothers used to like climb on her father's back. She said they would try to tackle him and he would flick them off like feathers. It was such a beautiful line. You know what I'm saying? And now she says that he's like, whoop, whoop, like he doesn't even know her name. Like he's just, whoop, you know, it's really, really sad. So, you know, we love the spectacle, but it's like at what cost, you know? But again, like the power is in our hands. Like racism is the ultimate gaslight. I say that all the time, but there are moments where if we as Black people took collective stock of like who we are, you know, and we blackulated who we are and what our value is and took it back, we could actually be back in control. But we can't have it both ways. We can't be in the system and decry the system, but still play ball and still make billions. ESPN's contract for the NFL is billions of dollars. Billions. We can't. We're still oiling the machine. You know? So let me continue with the comments. Love you all, Black, for watching and tuning into Black Issues. Angel's one of my former students. Love you, my love. Love you. They're scared. They're scared of Kaepernick. Yeah. I would also say though, I don't buy in any way, shape, or form this narrative of like, oh my God, like Kaepernick needs to play the NFL again. No, he doesn't. He absolutely fucking does not. Because what will happen if Kaepernick plays the NFL, they will make so much money. The NFL will make so much money because people will watch just to hate on it. Other people will watch because they're like, look, see, we can watch again. So having Kaepernick take the field, you know how much money would be made? Everybody would listen to every fucking sports podcast on ESPN. So the engine would be so well oiled and so much money would be made and none of it would flow back to where it needs to go. So I've always said, no. Kaepernick is one of our like comrades. He's one of our like sergeants in this revolution. No, we don't need him to be having his head and his body banged up. No, he doesn't. No, fuck that. Because all what would happen, you cannot be spiteful and you cannot outspite racism. You can't out petty racism. You can't. Racism will find another fucking way to make money off of the protests. So no, he never needs to take the field again. And that should not be our reason to start to watch the NFL again. They didn't fucking pay taxes from 1942 to 2015. So putting one Black man back on there just because they didn't let him on before. No, I've always said that. Like, I don't buy the narrative of, oh my God, when Cap goes on, then I watch. So they're scared of Cap. Fine, I'll take off my glasses. I love my glasses, but my face is like really oily at this point. Yay. I'm hot in my apartment. Then it's really humid. And then there's also like tons of shooting. If I should show you all the pictures. Down the block from me right now, like literally all day there's been shootings. All day. Let me turn down the brightness so y'all can see. All day. Cop car, all day. All day. That's my block. All day. The whole street, 3 blocks have been like roped off, police tape. It's a lot. It's all happening now. There's helicopters. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'll probably be on the news tonight. So love you all for watching and tuning in. Duke of Haphazard, love you. Love your name. Oh my God. Hold on. I got something for you, Duke of Haphazard. You are funny. You get a clap. Love it. I lost interest in the NFL several years ago. I just want to watch a game without politics being involved. Thank you, Jennifer. So what are you So you're saying that the purity of the sport, just like get on the field, run up and down, flag on the play, that's what you want again, right? So, but it's not like football is in a vacuum, right? It's in America, which is a country that is systemically racist, right? Where, and it's not just I also can't stand that the narrative is always police brutality. I'm like, hello, Black Lives Matter movement. Like, there's so many fucking more issues than just police brutality, right? Talk about all of the issues, but you have to agree that there are issues. So what would you advise, Jennifer, that the players do to amplify the message of these issues that are always buried, that are always silenced, that are always like mitigated, like shut up, play ball, right? So how do you suggest that we get to, and I don't believe in equality, because by today's economic standards, it would take the average wealth of a white person, the average wealth of a black person is $100,000 difference. The average white person has $117,000 in the bank. The average black person has $17,000. It's $100,000 difference. It would take 228 years by today's economic standards for the average wealth of a black person to catch up to the average wealth of a white person. So these are actual issues, and I think black people kind of like grin and bear it and like still show up to work and still play football and still, pull up their fucking khakis up to their earlobes. We do the best we can, and to not to tiptoe around white people, and because we know white people are crazy. Like, literally, this is what it is to be raised black in this country. Our parents tell us this from when we're very young. Well, you can't really say that to them. So there's a whole nother world of issues and authenticity that we do not get to say out loud to white people, because we are afraid to lose our jobs, to lose our homes, to lose our lives. I'm fucking rooting for the black person on Jeopardy. I'm fucking rooting for the black person on Wheel of Fortune. Right? So, but by default, white people could say that or don't even need to say that because it's just a reality, and no one would say that that's racist. It's just the way it is. But for me to say that, then, oh, what's wrong with me? Oh, we can't have her around. So, what do you suggest, Jennifer, if you want football, let's say, to be this apolitical spectacle, right? But we also know that there is this level of inequality and systemic racism that is filtering through every sector of society. What is the alternative? The reason why the football players are doing that, it's not their fault. It's because every other time black people say something, we're gaslit. We're told slavery happened so long ago. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's his fault. He wore a hoodie. He looks suspicious. I was scared, right? So what you're putting, not you per se, Jennifer, but black people are constantly cornered. We're constantly cornered and silenced and told, no, not today. No, not today, not today. Right? But like any child, like, how many times are you gonna tell the child, oh no, we are gonna go to Disney World. Just wait. We will. You have no intention of taking that child to Disney World. You don't have enough money saved up to go to Disney World. You're scared of planes. You're not gonna fly to Disney World. You're not gonna download the map to figure out how to drive. You have no intention of going to fucking Disney World. But you keep telling the child, yeah, we'll go. That's what it is to be black in America. It's like, hello, Disney World is our freedom. Hello, we want it. Hi, we want our, yeah, you get it. Mm-hmm. You're good. Yeah. So hijacking the narrative of the Star Spangled Banner, which you're supposed to pledge allegiance to, and instead say, fuck it, I'm not kneeling. I'm not pledging. I'm going to kneel, or I'm going to stay in the locker room. That then causes a larger discussion about the issues. So if this apolitical, there's no such thing as being apolitical. Apolitical still puts somebody at a disadvantage. Apolitical still makes somebody else a sucker, or somebody, there's ambulance. I'm telling you, it's like, I have no idea what the hell's going on outside, and it's like raining, but a whole bunch of shootings. So, thank you, Jennifer. So let's not forget, we are the only country where we have the freedom to discuss these issues. This is true. But guess what? That to me is another gaslight, Angel. I'd rather have freedom than have freedom of speech, because that's another way to like prolong the agony. Well, you can talk about it. Oh, you can talk about how fucked up it is. Go on and do that. Oh yeah. Oh, go protest. Mm-hmm. Go. Sign. Come to the courthouse to get a petition. Do that. Come to get a permit to do your march. Yeah, sure. Do that. Yeah, do that. So that also becomes a ruse. That also becomes an end to a means. Well, sure, go on and protest. Go talk about it. Go write a blog about it. Go. Look at me, right? I'm on Facebook Live now, right? I'm on YouTube, right? I'm making money for YouTube talking about blagity, talking about, hold on, black egg, right? No solution, but all of this money is being made because we have freedom of speech. It's still bullshit. It's just another way of saying, okay, well, go on, but freedom of speech, I'm not saying to take away freedom of speech, but I'm also saying that is also, it's also bullshit, because like you give me everything but the actual freedom that I want. You give me freedom of speech, yeah, but what about the actual freedom? Right? So I gotta work this hard all the time, right? I'm seeing like, and I think it's ridiculous, I'm seeing like people post like the anatomy of a protester, and they're like, you wear a gas mask, you wear a bulletproof vest, you wear cargo pants with plenty of pockets, you carry a little carton of milk for your eyes just in case you get tear gassed. What? I did that back in 2011 when it was the Occupy movement. I had suggested that they make a post about it, because at that point I was like, yeah, protest. But now I'm just like, absolutely not. No, we shouldn't be inhaling tear gas and all this other shit. Absolutely. With COVID, so you're gonna subject yourself to tear gas, and then on top of that, we're gonna have COVID-19. It's gonna irritate the hell out of your lungs. No. Mm-mm. No. We should boycott, loot, and strike. Those who make enough money in the system, like the NFL and the NBA, they should be striking. Those of us who don't make that much money and can't afford to strike, we should be boycotting. And we should boycott collectively and strategically. 1 week, Nike. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care if Nike did or didn't do what they said they were going to do or not do. We're just not buying. Tank the stocks. Every week we should go, okay, that's the stock we're going to tank. And just keep doing it until the stock market is in so much fucking flux. Do you understand that white men will commit suicide? Do you understand that they will lose their fucking minds if you just strategically target certain stocks and just tank them? Just tank them. It could work. But we would have to be we would have to be lockstep. And unfortunately, in our country, the only thing we're taught to do in lockstep is shop. We're taught to be consumers. So Black Friday, we're in lockstep. Boycotting, not so much. Let me get to the rest of your comments. Totally not racist at all. So are you saying that I'm not racist? Are you saying that society isn't racist? Just clarify for me, love. Just clarify for me. I'm trying to figure out if I'm starting to get trolls, which is always great. Always awesome. I'll run this until halftime because I'm curious what the hell they're gonna do for halftime, and I'm gonna pull up because I do have some stuff on my laptop. I'm gonna pull up some images to share with you all. Enter broadcast studio. Oh my god, leave me alone. So give me 1 second. Y'all can continue to comment while I like pull up some things and like sweat in my apartment. It's so hot. It's so hot. All right, give me 1 second. So I just wanted to show. No, stop cam. enter broadcast studio. So share screen and photo. Great. So share screen. Great. Photo. Awesome. Trying to see if it'll let me do it this time. Usually it does. This is weird if it doesn't. Why did the NFL decide to not pay taxes? So let's see if it lets me do it. It's not. All right, patience. Patience, Kanani. Patience. Oh, share. Yeah, share. Share. Let's see if it does. If not, I thank you for your patience, because usually it does share. Application window, share, and share. Let's see. Boom! So there you have it. So as you can see there, this is why the NFL decided to start paying taxes. So again, this corporation, the NFL, doesn't actually care. What they did was they were like, all right, let's get who can we get? Which black can we get to calm the Negroes down so that they can start to watch the NFL again? The NFL just had their 100-year anniversary, and they were like, we need to eclipse all of this take a knee shit. And so who could they get? J. Cole, too niche. Kendrick Lamar, too niche. Jay-Z is the only one that had a intergenerational, cross-cultural appeal. So that's who they got to eclipse Kaepernick. And everyone was like, oh, Jay-Z's had a seat at the table. You don't understand. Trust him. Watch. He's making moves. I didn't know make no fucking moves. I knew that from day fucking one, that Jay-Z was not about making any moves. He wasn't about actually doing anything. When we're talking about crumbs off the table, he wasn't even doing that. You know, and I refuse to believe that Jay-Z did anything to accelerate any conversations about inequality in the NFL. I knew it from day fucking one. I was like, no. And so that's why Roger Goodell had to come out and say, oh, after George Floyd, oh, the NFL, we messed up. 93% of interracial bi. All right, I think I'm getting trolls, but it's great. Let me get the trolls. It doesn't even matter. What do you think people, and I love Nadia, because Nadia always asks amazing questions. So what do you think people who care and feel the weight of what's happening right now to take action while giving themselves some grace? Good. So I need some grace. This is why I was on social media for a few days. I was literally exhausted personally for other reasons going on in my own life. Like I said, I could launch it. I talked to a friend of mine. He had this whole idea he told me about from like 2 years ago. And he was like, but Black people are not going to stick to it. You know, so the Montgomery bus boycott, the way it's taught in America, it's like, oh, you know, they boycotted, then Rosa Parks refused to sit in the front of the bus, and then whoop, you know, we had the civil rights. Like, they boycotted for over 400 days, for over a year. For over a year, they were committed and created an entire network and system to say, listen, you're not taking this bus. Do I need to carry you? Do I need to drive you? Do I need to walk with you? It was a whole system, and they were all committed. Under no circumstances are we going to take the bus, period. But I don't think we have that level of commitment and unity now. But I think that would work. Like I said, tank the stocks. America cannot, these politicians, remember what is Trump's claim to fame? Fuck COVID-19. Look at the economy. Look at the economy, right? So America cares about making sure that the economy looks good. And when you start tanking the stock market, then all of it goes haywire. The politicians will go haywire. The corporations will go haywire. It will all sink. Tank the stock. Tesla stock fucked up the entire stock market 2 days ago. The entire stock market, the Tesla launched their stock, and it didn't make the S&P 500, and the whole stock market was like, We have to use master's tools to dismantle master's house. We got to look at, well, what does America and this pathological culture, what does America actually value? It values money. Look right there. The NFL decided to start paying taxes. Why? Because they realized that the money that they're saving by not paying taxes became a liability because it was a PR disaster. Okay, well, shit. Let's start paying taxes because we don't want so many people to start boycotting the NFL. I don't know how much more clear I can make this. That's why I have that image up. Money talks. Money talks. We would have to just tank. We just all have to collectively be like, you know what? Nike's it. No one's buying Nike. Period. Point blank. End of story. You know what? I don't care how much you love your fucking sports figure, the whole whatever his name is, light skin one that is now the voice of the NFL, the homie, whatever his name is, who got the $503 million contract. No matter who you are, we're not buying your jerseys. Not even Kaepernick jerseys. I used to look at people like, why are you buying Kaepernick's jersey to protest the NFL? You're still making the NFL money because it's still licensed by the NFL. You're making the NFL so much money. More Kaepernick jerseys were bought after he started to protest than before. So you're still making the NFL. You're like, fuck the NFL. I'm boycotting the NFL. Yeah, but you're buying the NFL licensed jersey. You're still making money. And unfortunately, money is everything in this society. So let me get to your comments. Yep. So boycotting the NFL means all of it. It means not watching. It means no fucking jerseys. It means none of the goddamn baseball hats. Like our identity is too caught up in idolatry of America to the point that if given the option between, no, you can't wear that jersey. Don't wear that hat. It's like, who am I? What do I wear? Fuck it. We're gonna have to pull back. I'm telling you, if we did that, shit would pop. Shit would, and you don't have to be in the streets. You don't have to be like Che Guevara, Hugh P. Newton, Fred Hampton. Like, you don't. Because you're just making way more money. The same cops that you hate are getting fucking overtime. Boom. You spend all this money on fucking Sharpie markers, bullhorns, cardboard. You're still feeding the engine. Money is still being made off of you and our fucking free speech to protest social injustice. And while we're doing that, they're over there trying to find new ways to not even pay taxes. Like, we're gonna have to look at it. Cap definitely doesn't need to fucking play. I look at people like, what? Like, absolutely not. You cannot out petty racism. You cannot spite racism. It doesn't work that way. It finds another way to capitalize, to make money off of you, to make money off of your pain. That's why I have blackache. Blackache is what I call when there's no the perpetuation of our pain and the profiting off of our pain and no solution in sight. That's why I have blackache. That's what I could talk about with blackache. I'll put the link at some point for you all to support Black Issues, because there's mugs and things that you all can buy. So let me find another image. Stop screen, share screen. Okay. And application window. Hold on 1 second. Show you something else. So give me 1 second. So now I want you all to think about this. Share screen. Hold on 1 second. Boom. So what do you all think of this? It's coming up in 3, 2, 1. So the NFL, again, I think it's woke washing. I'll show you all woke washing. So woke washing, I've trademarked it. It's I bought the domain name. Woke washing is when institutions and individuals act like they care about social justice issues when they really only want your money or your vote, or they want you to watch again in the case of the NFL, right? So this is what they're going to do. They're going to decorate the end zone, and it takes all of us and end racism. Got it? End zone, end racism. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that that is sincere? Do you think that, because again, they've been silent for years. Not only has the NFL been silent, the NFL has not even been paying taxes. And now all of a sudden they want to do these gestures. My question is, why do you think they're doing it? You think they really care, or you think they just really want you to watch again so they can continue to make their billions of dollars and now not even tell you how much money they're making? If they're going to play, what's his name, the light-skinned one with the red hair and the curly red hair, if they go pay him $500 million, $500 million 10-year contract, imagine how much more money the NFL and the owner of that team has. So my question always is, what is your price? Everybody has a price, and my question is, what is your price? I think that is how we need to enter the conversation that Nabi and Nadia are talking about in terms of boycotting and what do we do. Before we even do that, or Jamie, if Jamie's still watching, my question to you, to anybody, would be, what's your price? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because what I'm saying is, this whole fucking, march in the street, be Huey P. Newton, that feels good, but it's not except, boom, woke washing. So let me see if I can make it bigger so you all can see. Woke washing. So it feels good, but that what is your price? So basically what I'm saying is, these NFL players, they're like, we're 500 million. That's my price. I'll continue to play. Everybody has a price. And until we figure out what our price is and what our standard is and what is non-negotiable, we're going to continue to be in this cycle and saga of Black tragedy, and Blackache. Cheers up. Cheers. We're going to continue because we're not clear as to what our price is. We're not clear what's non-negotiable, and we're not actually in lockstep able to implement anything over the long term. And so, and while we are not able to do things collectively and on the long term, they set up shell companies, they set up tax havens, they set up pools of money to say, okay, we already know this Negro's price, $500 million, shut up and play. There's a book, Outnumbered and Outgunned, and I would also say out-hustled, that we're constantly being out-hustled, that there's more money and everybody has a price. And okay, well, what is your price? All right, here you go. So we're being outgunned, we're being outnumbered, and we're also being out-hustled. So until we are clear, right, we can't outnumber the outnumber. We can't outgun the gun. We can out-hustle the hustle, but we refuse to. But until we do that, we're going to continue to be manipulated, woke washing. They're going to act like they care about social justice issues. They're going to want you to listen. It's all money. When are we going to figure that out? And then say, fuck it. Nope, not going to do it. I think it's strategic. I like where you're going with making money off of our pain. Yeah, we are. They are. Thank you all for watching and tuning into Black Issues. I will put the link to support with Blurchandise, Black Issues mugs. I got Blackache. I got Blackulator. Right? Calculating oppression since 1619. That's what this mug is about. Blackulator. Right? There's also t-shirts and bags. So, we're gonna really have to think strategically, because the system already knows our price. It already knows our next move. It already, the algorithms on Facebook, they already know, okay, you're going to be this upset. You're going to share this many posts. We are literally cornered. But all of this is weighing on our ability to participate in the system. When we don't participate in the system, then the shit will crumble. And I'm talking about myself too, because clearly I'm on YouTube and Facebook, but if I'm not on YouTube and Facebook, no one would know what I'm saying. And I think what I'm saying is more powerful than how many people that are watching right now, right? Because I'm not getting millions of views yet. So, you know, if I get millions of views, then I don't know. Then I'll just write the shit on my naked body and post and you know, rent a fucking plane and skyride it in the sky. You know what I'm saying? But we have to constantly be mindful of the degree to which we are or are not participating in the system and what is our price. Until we do that and are very strategic, we're gonna constantly be manipulated. Black egg. And that's that. Let me take the rest of your comments. Thank you, Leo. They don't appreciate him. This is Nabby. JPS saying bye. Okay, bye, my love. They don't appreciate him being Kaepernick. I just want to make sure. Him and have made enough money off of him already. His brand and his protest is more powerful without the NFL. Thank you. Thank you. I've been saying this for years. Thank you, Nabby. The Kaepernick has eclipsed the NFL. Kaepernick is like a god. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Greek god. He's like Adonis. He's like, you know, he's like in the pantheon of black heroes. He has eclipsed the NFL. And I don't understand why people still want to view him in terms of a quarterback. And I'm like, leave that shit alone. That's just dead. It's you're beating a dead horse. Like he's beyond that. And to go back to play for the NFL, he has more to lose than to gain. It's like a car. You can spend all this money on a car, and as soon as you drive it off a lot, it already depreciated in value. Period. Kaepernick joining the NFL again is only a liability. Only a liability for the wanton fantasies of people who want retribution for the fact that he was boycotted and no team hired him. Again, you cannot out petty, out spite racism. It doesn't work that way. Let that shit go. There's so much more that we can fight for than to focus on lobbying efforts to get. What is that going to do? It's just going to be another symbol and another way for woke washing for them to make more money. It's like it doesn't. We gotta you know, move on. Do you see a parallel with COVID and the general populace? Are you talking about what I've said before, which is that that there's no rush to flatten the curve of racism, like there's a rush to flatten the curve of coronavirus? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure. You get the last word because I'm gonna hop off because I'm super hot, and I love you all for watching and tuning into the this conversation. I can talk about. This is the last one I'll show, right? So, you know, this is the sort of thing that they're doing now where they're like, okay, this matters to you, this whole like say their name thing. Well, okay, so, yeah, sure, but put their names on the back of the helmet. And to me, you all can discuss your thoughts on what I'm showing you all now, because this is another entreatise by the NFL. Again, woke washing, acting like you care about social justice issues when you really just want me to watch again, right? So for me, I'm like, no, I don't want that, because you're totally fine, again, white people controlling the narrative and constantly portraying black people as victims. I don't fucking know. I don't want that. No. The point has already been made because the blood has already been running in the streets. I don't need them to be on a football helmet. It shouldn't get to that point that their lives were in vain, and so you're gonna put their names on a helmet in vain. Fuck that. Absolutely not. Because what happens is that you then have whole generations of people in America and throughout the world who only look at black people in America as victims. Oh, it's police brutality. So sad. No, why don't you put Mansa Musa? Why don't you put Mansa Musa, the richest man that has ever walked the face of this earth, who was from Mali, who's worth by today's modern standards like $400 billion? Why don't you put him? Why don't you put him on the back of the football helmet? No, you wouldn't do that, because that would disrupt the narrative that white people are in control and that white people are better and that white people are, you know, the arbiters of everything good and successful. Why don't you put Nat Turner? Put Nat Turner on the back of a helmet. No, you wouldn't do that. Put Toussaint L'Ouverture. No, you wouldn't do that. But you're quick to fucking put Jean. You're quick to fucking put Amadou Diallo. No, I don't need those names. No. You want me to have a platform to sit there and again, black ache, make money off of my pain and no solution in sight? Absolutely not. No. Why don't you put the names of actual revolutionaries that actually did something to dismantle racism and colonialism and imperialism? Why don't you do? They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna put Peter Tosh on the back of the helmet. They're not even gonna put John Brown, and he was white. They're not gonna do that because that would be giving us too much actual power. And that's why I keep saying you can't out petty and you can't fucking outspite racism. So, you know, just food for thought. Trump has definitely been exploiting our pain, protesting any related incidents for his campaign gain. Yes. I believe that unfortunately there is a part of white America's, not specifically white people, but white American psyche that loves pain, that loves carnage. And it's not just black carnage. Look at the way that they have sex, right? The S&M, the bondage, all of the pain. Look at fucking Game of Thrones, pain, shame, pain. And so within white large society, they shame themselves as well. When you watch any of those movies, I've said this before, especially in the 80s, Trading Places, Legally Blonde, you're not a Vanderbilt. Oh, is that the type of watch you? Oh, where did you go to school? So it's all of this like hierarchy. It's all of this shaming. And so that trickles down and they shame us too. But what I'm saying is, no, stop keeping me in this low vibration of victim. No. How about Africa had Timbuktu, which was the first university on the planet? How about you amplify that instead of this constant perpetuation of pain? They are the way they are because they are like that to themselves to a certain degree as well. Who the hell took away the vote for white women? Who the hell took away the $30 on the 30 cents on the dollar that white women don't get, that white men get? White men did that to white women. So within the white community, they are oppressing each other as well. It's just that they have perfected oppression and then really put it on us. I am not shaming it. I am just saying that it is a phenomenon. There is a pleasure to be gained from shaming. I'm not shaming the phenomenon of BDSM. What I'm saying is that it is coveted, it is valued, and that mentality of we're gonna do this and we're gonna love it is also why you would have, oh yeah, sure, put the names of these victims on the back of a helmet, because it's still keeping you down. That is a phenomenon, and I'm not shaming BDSM, but what I'm saying is that there is a culture of shaming. Period. I'm not shaming BDSM. I'm just saying that the phenomenon of shaming is a thing, and it also is in plain sight in our society and also behind closed doors. That's what I'm saying. I don't care what you do. I'm just saying, look at the psychology behind it and how does it show up in everyday life. That's what I'm saying. I'm not shaming sexual practices. Do you. That's what I'm saying. So if there's any other comments, I'm literally like sweating in my apartment. I'm super hot and they're nowhere near halftime. So I'm going to hop off. So show full names of police brutality victims. And the last thing I will do is, or maybe not, or maybe so, is put the link to how people can support Black Issues on Cashapp, Black Issues on Venmo, blackissues@gmail.com for PayPal, and also Teespring. the Black Issues Issue store to buy all of the merchandise. So let's see here if it did it. I'm just so hot right now. Let's see if it lets me do it. Paste. Love it. Bloop. So there you go. So love you all for watching and tuning in to Black Issues, ergo call out versus call in. Yeah. I'm not shaming. I'm talking about the phenomenon itself, not actually shaming what people do. I'm just talking that is a thing that is valued, right? And so how does that thing called shaming that is valued also show up in other aspects of our society in ways that keep people down? And why? And what do we do about it? And how can we tell the difference between a sincere effort to remedy an issue versus exploitation and woke washing? Because I think it's all, I'm out of here, one angry Black racist woman. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. My mother will thank you too. And you know, saying that you're out of here, and like when people like block or like say, "Oh, fuck it, I'm out of here," I'm like, okay, but just because a tree falls in the forest and no one's around doesn't make a sound. It doesn't make a sound. So you leaving or not watching or calling me racist does what? Anyway, Black people can't be racist because we don't have the power to actually do anything. Racism is prejudice plus power, the power to shift the trajectory of somebody else's life. And most Black people are victims of racism, so we are never put in a position of power to then inflict our pain and our prejudice and our racist tendencies and actually make it a reality. So thank you, Leo. Whew, that was easy. So love you all for watching and tuning into Black Issues, trying to make sense of an insane world, literally one issue at a time. I'm your host, Canadian Holder, Black Ache, Blackulator, mugs for sale, teespring.com. You can do that. I'm your host, Canadian Holder, the anti-racist personal trainer to knock out racism. Thank you, Leo, for calling me an angry Black racist woman, as if I don't have every right to be angry. Like, it's another gaslight, right? Like, oh, you're angry. And with the level of injustice that Black people and Black women specifically have been witness to for more than 400 years, what do you want me to be instead? You want me to be happy and embrace it? I mean, it's just, racism is the ultimate gaslight. So love you all for watching and tuning in. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you all for sharing. Welcome to my living room. Love you all, Black. Stay tuned for another installment of Black Sports BLEDITION of Black Issues. I'll do another one on Sunday, and I also need to do one for Black to School. So love you all for watching. Thank you so much, and thank you for the trolls. Bye, everyone. Woo!